Elon Musk calls it the right time to complete the picture. Now, he's talking about the approximately $2.8 billion he's bidding to buy SolarCity. So joining me now to break it all down is Dan Costa. He's the editor-in-chief over at PCMag.com. So Dan, first of all, Musk is SolarCity's controlling shareholder. He's also the chairperson there. Does this deal make sense to you? Why or why not? And there are some interesting cross currents, and that's to put it mildly.
Yeah, well, it certainly makes sense for Elon Musk. I mean, he's an investor in both. He's got money in both of these companies. They're adjacent companies. They're adjacent technologies. So he's got an electric car company. Those electric cars are going to need to be powered with electricity. And SolarCities is an is an energy company that generates electricity using solar panels. So you could imagine having a house that all works very well together, where you buy your car and your energy from the same company. That said, this is a lot, this kind of vertical integration is something we've never really seen before in the auto industry. This would be like Ford going out and buying Exxon, because Exxon is going to be the fuel, oil is going to be the fuel that drives the cars.
All right, so there's no doubt that Elon Musk is characterized by many as a visionary, all right? He's also considered this deal, he's said, to be quote-unquote blindingly obvious for a while. He said it for quite some time, but the timing is right now. So what is with the timing of this deal? We're also talking about SolarCity shares, which are perhaps not nearly as high as they have been over the course of the past couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, he thinks that he's got the cash. They've got the great thing about Tesla right now is they've got the Model 3 coming out. They've got stupendous pre-orders. So they actually do have a fair amount of cash. They've got some nice orders on hand. But both these businesses are really are startups, really. I mean, they're really in these industries that have not matured yet. They both require a lot of cash to operate. He thinks he can do this now and have this integrated unit by the end of the year. But that's really the open question: is will investors manage all of this risk with these two very young startup companies?
And they're both, like you said, very cash at least intensive in terms of their overall picture. So let's talk about hypothetically, if these two companies were to combine, how exactly would they integrate?
Yeah, it's really, Tesla wants to be more than a car company. They've always been more than a car company. Elon's always said that, we don't need another car company. What we need is an alternative energy-driven transportation industry, and that's where he sees Tesla going. And even the cars themselves, Tesla's generated a ton of intellectual property around the software that drives these cars, how they're powered. So you can see how some of that would apply very nicely to, not only battery technology, but also solar power. So you can see there are some alignments there. His idea of having one truck run to a house where you drop off the Tesla, set up the power wall, and put solar panels on the roof, that's his holy grail. That's his goal here. I think we're years away from seeing anything like that, but that's his plan.
All right, so what does a bid for SolarCity mean then, Dan? Why do some reports imply that Elon Musk might not see Tesla as an auto company? You kind of mentioned this idea that it's perhaps an alternative energy company, but what exactly would his view be on Tesla? Would it still be, say, 15, 20 years from now, if it's still around, hypothetically, would it still be making cars?
I think they would be making cars. I think those cars may look very different than the cars that are on the road right now. Those cars are going to be most likely autonomous vehicles. There's going to be multiple models. There's going to be, I could imagine he's also thought a lot about mass transportation and whether or not a Hyperloop might be the solution. But I think you're going to wind up seeing Tesla branch out into a lot of these different categories, as long as they're powered with alternative energy, as long as they're electric and they're not based on carbon fuels. That seems to be the touchstone for Tesla and also the touchstone for SolarCities.
Well, it's certainly going to be a curious deal, one that a lot of analysts and investors on Wall Street will be watching for quite some time to see if it exactly can come to the kind of vision that Elon Musk wants. Dan Costa, thank you so much for joining us. That's Dan Costa. He's the editor-in-chief over at PCMag.com. And thanks for watching. I'm Dominic Chu. Have a great day.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the I right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.